Hi.
Guys, it's Joey Fatone.
It's James Murray, guys. I think they want you to sit down.
I'm going to sit down, Joey Fatone. Are you guys all Practical Jokers fans?
Yes. That means they don't care about it. Sing. Yay.
By the way, my twins here. Can I show you this? Come on, sit down 1 second. One second. Let me take my glasses off. Don't you think this guy and I are alike?
I see it in the eyes.
Who would have said? Holy shit, it's me! It's me!
Yeah, well, it's like he waxes
You're
his
a
head. Look how
handsome
shiny
son of a
his head is. He's got a sexier head than you. Look how shiny that is. Yours is just there.
Guys, so you're enjoying season 10 of him? Holy shit, season 10 of him Practical
Yeah.
Jokers. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, can I start by giving a little spoiler?
No.
If that's okay. So, season 10 ends in a few months, and the season finale stars the one and only Joey Fatone as a celebrity guest.
It wasn't that fun. It'll be
And
fun.
he loses the episode, and for the first time ever, we punish someone other than ourselves. He gets punished.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. I won't give it too much away, but the thing that I will say is basically a lot of the things that Dave have ever gotten punished throughout the seasons, they did to me in one big swoop.
I'll tell her.
Go ahead. I know you don't care.
It's not like people are recording. Anyways, so Fatone loses, and we threw like those old 80s or 90s dance parties on MTV where they have 100 people dancing, right? So we hire all these people to come in. They think they're there for a new TV show pilot called Joey Fatone's Dance Party, right? And Fatone's there, and before he would walk in, we put him through a gauntlet of our favorite punishments. So we injected him with Novocaine, and he had to sing a song. He was a babbling, dribbling idiot. Right?
We had the songs about braised beef.
Yeah. And then we had him, just like a style punishment, we had it to Joey. All this 50 people watching old dancers, we had him wet his pants.
People thought I was having a stroke or a heart attack. I had no idea what was going on. They're like, poor Joey Fatone was in a hit sick, now he's doing this. Look at this. And he just
your pants from his pants.
Yeah, I can't speak. I peed my pants.
And then we did the tattoo punishment. We tattooed the name Joey Fatone's Dance Party on his leg. But we had the tattoo artist misspell it, and he wrote Joey Fartone's Dance Party. He's got a fart joke on his legs. I love it.
See, and everybody's like, oh, how
Show us.
Show?
Yeah, show. He's got skinny jeans.
It's kind of small, but
It's gracing the fact
I
that
can't really see it. This is Joey Fatone's.
Joey Fartone's Dance Party. It's a typo. The guy's messed up. It's a little typo. Don't you guys think that Joey Fatone should be the honorary Practical Joker?
I think season 10, I'm down. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all love Joe. I know Joe's doing his own thing. But yeah, they need another Joe in this, right?
We need a Fartone in the show.
And people go, oh, I know you now.
All right, so a lot of this time is going to be your time. We want to answer lots of questions, but is there anything you would like to talk about?
Yeah, no, again, I'm just excited to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know, it's been a
You're right, because I'm like, that's really good. But no, it was fun to do the episode. It was really interesting because, again, for me, it was completely surreal because we watched them get punished all the time, and they really didn't tell me anything.
Yeah, we do nothing.
They're like, just have fun. I'm like, yeah, great. It was definitely an out-of-body experience, legitimately an out-of-body experience.
I should pull up you trying to speak with Novocaine. But I can't play the video, but I'll play a little audio while we talk about it.
It was so bad. And then towards the end, I loved it. It started to wear off. They're like, well, we can numb it again. I'm like, no.
I'll get it queued up and I'll play some of it.
But yeah, we've been doing that. It's been fun. Actually, we've been working together as well. We do a show where Murr actually sings.
I do.
I've never heard Murr sing. He has a very angelic voice.
I do not. But I rely on
It's like a dog
whistle.
whistle. It's unbelievable.
It's like a dog whistle. I kill small rodents and animals with my voice. No, it's fun. We do Epcot. We've done
The Joey Fatone and Friends is called. It's basically a live band, have a bunch of different celebrities and birds.
I always sound good because he's singing next to me and the band is playing loudly behind me.
Actually, I don't sing any of it. You really do you also did it.
By the way, we haven't announced it yet. Next week, I think we announced it. There will be a 5th Impractical Jokers cruise. I can't believe it. Has anyone been on the Jokers cruise?
Have you heard about the cruise?
Has anyone been on it?
It is a blast.
No one? Oh shit, we gotta record here. There'll be a 5th cruise. I never thought I'd get Sal back on a cruise ship after COVID. I was like, but we're gonna do a 5th cruise. Someone will be on it. Eric Andre will be on it. Lots of our friends too. Goes to Miami to the Bahamas. It's great fun.
I was excited because for all of them. So,
You've been on all of them. It's the most fun we have.
It's a blast. It's a blast. If you ever get a chance, if you've never been on a cruise, it's a lot of fun because it's got a lot of comedians on shows like that.
I yet to make money on the cruise because I put my credit card down and I started buying fans shots. No joke. The first cruise I bought $20,000 worth of Jameson shots. 20 grand.
And you even had bottles of that in your room for free.
Yeah, the last cruise number 4, I was like, this is so stupid. Why am I delivering shots individually to fans? So I just had them give me bottles of champagne. I was just pouring it in the crowd. Never made money.
It's not for the faint of heart, people. Well, we want to open up some questions. So there's a microphone. You guys
want to stand. This is your time. We'll try to get through.
Stand online, get there because we want to do it. We want to get you guys questions instead of talking about our boring lives and stuff.
There's no self-perception.
Oh, good.
Hello, Donald. How are you?
It's not Donald. It's Scrooge. Get it right. What the duck is wrong with you?
Ready? Do you know the whole song? DuckTales.
No.
Yes!
Life is like a hurricane, here in Duckburg.
With stars, lasers, airplanes, it's a Duckburg. That's all from history. Everybody
hear it.
DuckTales!
All right, Scrooge, you got a question? You better have the accent.
So, Mr. Duck has asked me as a proprietor to ask this for him.
Got it.
So, he understands you don't have to answer if you want to because of confidential business practices. He understands. So, how much would it cost to buy out the Jokers?
Priceless.
Wait, to buy the Jokers?
Yes.
Like as slaves? Like, what is this one? Is it a sex thing? What do you want? It depends on the use. You know?
Like to hang around or just like to buy them for an episode?
Like, are we...
Like an episode. Like, can you buy like the show, maybe the live show that they do? Priceless.
$100?
Where's about 150?
I'm very cheap. It doesn't cost a lot to get me.
No.
So actually, to you, Mr. Murray, is also interested of the punishment of yours, which one did you like the least? And then there's a second part to that.
Okay, I'm getting sassed by Donald Duck here.
I know, that's nice.
Okay. What punishment do I like the least? In life in general? I flew here to Huntsville, Alabama yesterday. And I had to go through TSA security. Still with the driver's license that has no eyebrows. No eyebrows.
Still.
No eyebrows. I look like Mr. Clean going through a divorce. Okay? No eyebrows. Scrooge. I don't even see that. No eyebrows. This is not awesome, kid. It sucks.
I am glad they didn't punish me like that.
I won't curse when I go to TSA. The guy's, it's like 5 a.m., right? The guy's got his head down. I slide my license across. He, without looking up, he goes, what the f? And looks over me in person. That sucks. And my passport still has cute, disgusting hair on it.
So, part 2 to that question is, which punishment of anybody else on the team did you all like the most?
Oh, I mean, it's hard to beat Captain Fat Valley. She was like, yo, Manhattan, suck.
I like the one though with Joe Gatto with the baseballs. You remember that?
Oh, when he's catching the baseballs?
When the lady was losing her mind. I've never seen him get where he literally stopped and goes, what do I do now?
Yeah.
His lip was sweating and everything.
He sweats. He's got a fat upper lip. If you know what he's talking about, there's a punishment where Joe lost. He's at Yankee Stadium, I guess? Mets Shea Stadium. He's and his Noah Syndergaard, pitcher, is throwing baseballs out before the game to kids in the crowd, right? But we said, shit, Noah's in cahoots with us. We said, Noah, only throw the baseballs to Joe Gatto. So he kept catching them and stealing kids from catching them, right? And at one point, he borrows a kid.
It's like a woman's kid. So let me borrow your kid. I get the ball for you. Oh, yeah, here's the ball. Hands the kid back. Goes, thank you very much. And puts the ball in the bag.
Yeah. And the woman, she loses her mind. She goes, give me the ball. It's my kid. Blah, blah. He goes, if you want, you can go to my eBay store and buy it. Yeah, she threatened to sue us. We had to blur her and change her voice because she threatened to sue us. I was like, come on, lady. It's funny.
Too good to play.
She got the joke.
Thank you,
Scrooge.
Hello, it's Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Being punished out.
So do I.
My question though is, sorry, a little closer. Sorry, my question to you is, have you ever considered doing a practical joker who's apprenticeship?
Apprenticeship?
You've always done I love the episodes where you let your staff, partake, you guys talk on scenes, but it'd be great if us, right? Might be a liability thing, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, you free on Tuesday? Let's do this. Let's do it. Get your ass to Staten Island and let's make this happen. That's a fun idea. We did a Joker for a day with a fan online years ago, but I think it's time to bring that back, don't you think? We were going to torture you, my friend. You're going down. I'm going to make you. Okay, let's see if you got what it takes. Put your pants right now.
Sadly say is, I would, but I don't.
You're tapped out. Tapped out. I'm about to say, people always go, do this, it's funny. I'm like, it's not. It's a lot of dedication, mental, not to break down. You should really, seriously, it's crazy.
Good idea, though. Thank you. You got it. Hello.
What was your favorite punishment that you had to do?
That I had to do? I think that my Dracula punishment is one of my favorite ones, because I'm very proud that I was able to rhyme on the spot, and I'm very proud that the spirit came over me when I was dancing, And I also I don't know if you saw the season premiere this season with Paul Michaels on the episode, where I had to, they were sending notes to tables in a restaurant on my behalf, and I had to deal with the consequences. That was fun too.
I like Danica.
Danica McKellar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is strange that everyone here has seen me naked multiple times on TV. I've gotten more prostate exams than anyone in this room.
He just got one before he came here. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, my name's Gigi.
Hi, Gigi.
Question. Which is the scariest punishment that y'all have ever done? Personally to you.
I mean, skydiving. They threw me out of an airplane from 14,000 feet. What's not on TV is that day, skydiving, I ran off set and they told me how to do it, and I locked myself in the bathroom and it wouldn't come out, right? I was crying hysterically. I was in there for a half hour. They had to lure me out. And from the bathroom, I FaceTimed my mother to say goodbye, I love her. And she rejected the call. She was shopping at Macy's, one of their one-day sales. She texted me, she goes, shopping at Macy's can't talk. I was like, I'm about to die, Mom. Anyways, hello. Hey, buddy. Oh my God, that kid's hair is amazing. 3 kids behind you there. Wow. I'm gonna come back to your hair in a second, guy.
Has there ever been a punishment that's gone too far?
Yeah, yes.
You was gonna beat up? You was gonna beat up with something. I would do the bra.
I'm the only one that's gotten assaulted on the show. It was a challenge on a punishment where we were shopping in Lot Less, which is like a discount superstore, and this guy that's 3 times my size and weight and height was shopping, and the guys had me hold the biggest bra you've ever seen in your life up to his chest. And they said, Myrna, when he asks you what the hell you're doing, say that he's the same size as your wife, and you want to see if the bra will fit her. And he did not take it well. He took out his cell phone and whacked me in the face with a droid, which is why I hate you who have droids. Yeah, that one went too far. You got it. Hello.
This question is actually not impacting the jokers.
Oh, finally.
She goes, what's your social security number?
So big boy fan. So, what was your favorite experience making a music video for?
All of them actually, because they're always just different things. The one that it was really cool to do, but it wasn't fun to do. We got dressed up and we did. I believe it's gonna be me. Yeah, we dressed up as marionettes, and we were in the makeup. We literally, we were in it from 7 a.m. till 7 a.m. the next morning in that makeup. We were literally, there's videos of us just sitting there sleeping because we were, every time we were doing stuff, we were traveling, doing award shows and all that stuff. So we had to cram things in as much as we could. So we had 2 days really to shoot this video. And the one day was all of us in makeup. And it was just, towards the end, it was brutal. It looks amazing. But the cool thing about it was it's too, when we were the big shelves, there were really big shelves. It wasn't like CGI or any green screen or all those other things. They literally had a Beatles bug car on the bottom shelf, which was really cool. It was all these shelves. But yeah, it was brutal, but fun.
I just watched a movie you were in from years ago. I think I texted you a few months ago about it. Do you know that Fatone's in a rom-com? What was it called? No, way before. I'm going to go back to early 2000s. And I think Lance was
on the line. That's right, you watched
on the line. It is so bad. It sucks.
It's horrible.
Can
you even believe that Lance likes a girl?
I know. And Lance is playing a guy of a girl, which is very funny now. And then you look so bad.
I was amazing. It was the best part of the film.
I love it. It's bad, but it's good. It's a good bad,
It's bad, but good.
I loved it. Check it out.
Yeah.
Go to your nearest Blockbuster and rent it.
Yeah.
Hi, my question's real quick. My name is Alex. Where is my wife?
Here's your wife.
Thank you guys so much.
Finally.
Very good.
Did she leave you? Apparently, she wasn't found.
I was going to say that she's up the rest of the left. She's enjoying the TV show. Is that it? You just popped it. That's it. It's gone.
He didn't give a crap about the interview. He just wanted to give a drink to ladies.
He's moving pretty fast. I think he's going to take a shit. He's like a number 3. So.
I've done that in my pants. Yeah.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Hi, I'm Dylan, and I have 2 questions.
Hit us.
The first one is, what did you have to do after the Merce Playhouse punishment?
Merce Playhouse. Which one is that? Where they tore apart my apartment?
Yes.
What did I have to do? I moved. No joke. It was disgusting. They had that guy in the bathtub that was so hairy. He was like a teen wolf, right? I never got the tub right again. I had to move. I moved from the apartment. And it was a disaster. I come back home. They broke my TV, shattered everything. There's hair everywhere. Big hair everywhere. It was disgusting. I moved, yeah. What's the second question?
How did you enjoy me?
How did Fatone us me?
It was actually on Twitter. There was a podcast with Sal and Hugh were doing What Say You, and they were talking about Superman symbols, tattoos, how Hugh has one, Bon Jovi had one, and then they got this whole subject how I had one, and then Sal knew every word to It Makes Me Ill all in 6 songs. So I literally messaged them on Twitter saying, "You talking about me?" And literally that's how it came out. The conversation went back and forth. Then they're like, "Hey, we're shooting in New York City." I said, "I'm actually going to be there during Thanksgiving, so you should come on set and check it out." Brought my daughter. We watching the screen. Q comes up and says, "Hey, you guys want to do it? Throw Joey in?" Sure.
That's it.
Kind of
So
started-
Carnegie Deli. That's the episode where Fatone is a waiter in Carnegie Deli, and excuse my language, he stands up at the end and says, "Excuse me, everybody. My name is Joey Fatone, and I just shit my pants," which is a T-shirt.
Which has
he's selling
T-shirts. It's
at
on
his
sale
booth.
now, kids. You too.
Have you sold any of those?
Yeah. I appreciate you.
One day, many, many years from now, when you die, and I go to your funeral,
I'm going to wear that shirt.
I'm going to make your tombstone say, "Here lies Joey Fatone. These are shit his pants."
Please do. Please do.
Great joke.
Make a memorial out of it. Thank you. Good job with it.
Hold on, my friend. What's your name? Yes. Wesley? Wesley. Do you have your phone on you?
Yes, sir.
Can I have it for a second?
Well, he doesn't have any hair. He's jealous.
I want you to stand directly behind me.
Yeah, go a little over. Yeah. There you go. There you go. I think you went a little to the left.
This is where we're looking like a small boss. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, man. What's your question? I forgot about a question.
I wanted to ask if you've ever seen any of the memes of the Impractical Jokers, like these outrageous punishments even for you guys. I wanted to know what
We see them all. I see everyone. I signed one today. There was one going around 6 months ago that said I look like Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. You know, and some fan bought it, and I saw it today. The best one I ever saw, you know, there's that ugly photo of Sal when he has the flu and he's really heavy, and when it's been going around for years now, he hates the photo, which I think is why fans love it, you know? And so, knowing that Sal hates it, some very clever fan, we were performing a few years ago in Kansas City, and like 2 blocks from the arena, they bought the billboard. You could buy a billboard for like a week, and they had Sal's ugly fat face painted on the billboard, knowing that when we arrived a week later, we'd have to drive right by the billboard to get to the venue. That's a good meet. That's great. Anyway.
I'm Donovan.
Hi, Donovan.
I just wanted to ask, have you had any punishments that got scrapped? Like you were drawing up ideas, thinking about them, and they're like, we can't.
You guys have tons of them.
We have tons. We ran out of time and money in season 10, but season 11, I'm going to break Sal. I'm going to break him. I'm going to give my best friend a heart attack. He's going to die. I have a punishment idea that is so freaking good. Just know, nobody is being recorded. I can't say shit. Sorry. It's being recorded. You'll know it when you see it. But we've had punishments that we tried to do that we realized instantly was a bad idea. Well, it's just a challenge idea. So years ago, we had this idea. We're like, you know how like parents baby talk to their children, like, oh, you do a baby, blah, blah. And other adults will baby talk kids in the carriage. We said, what if we go to a children's park in New York City and start baby talking to kids, and then you have to baby talk to the parents and try to get them to baby talk back to you or grown adults. But guess what happens when 4 middle-aged men with no children of their own go to a park and start acting weird? The freaking SWAT team descends on us, shut the whole TV show down. Bad idea. Big one. Creamers. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, buddy. You're the kid I couldn't remember. Do you guys remember The Office in the late season 7 or 8? The kid who plays one of the interns in The Office? What's his name? Anybody know? He's a comedian, a really funny guy. Doesn't he look like the Hot Tub Time Machine? The Hot Tub Time Machine guy, yes. He's in Hot Tub Time Machine, too. I don't know. His name's Brad Pitt. You know the guy I'm talking about?
Just clipped.
He was in Hot Tub Time Machine. He was one of the interns in The Office in season 8.
We'll get the name of it. Ask your question while he's Googling.
Remember when you spent that $30,000 on making a movie?
Yeah.
How were you thinking?
God damn it. I'm getting sassed by the kid that looks like the kid from Hot Tub Time Machine now. I'm getting sassed by Scrooge.
He wanted to go back in time and smack you, but he wasn't able to do that.
So I graduated college. My father says, if you want to get you like a cheapo car, like a Ford Taurus. And I said, no, Dad, save the money. Instead, I want to make a movie. Right? Like, I thought I was going to be a film director, right? I have no skills. So I made this movie. It was terrible. It was
Right on there with all the line.
It was worse than I thought, okay? And it was so bad, and I spent way too much money, and I should have gotten the Ford Taurus. I should have. It was the worst, but then they used it against me on the TV show. Network put the movie on the network website, and to date, 6 million people have watched that movie, which to me is success to me. So screw you, kid!
So I have no cell phone service, so the cast.
We'll never know.
We'll have to check. It's okay.
Kel, you insulted my friend on camera earlier. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
With as successful as Joker's is, I imagine there's a whole lot of people that recognize you during punishments and challenges. How do you normally deal with that? And does it ever cause like significant problems?
Yes, it's definitely harder to make the show now than it was before. You know, you've been on set with us.
Yeah, it's interesting because they basically watch their reaction. So, for instance, this is the first time I saw it. When I was with them, we were sitting in the office, and I would sit in the hallway, and they would bring the people in. If they recognized me, they would do it.
Yeah.
Certain ones, though, they're on like the restaurants. Sometimes when we would do in the restaurant, they'd be like, "Oh, you enjoyed it? Yeah, okay. Oh, where are we going? Somebody's alone. Oh." So I was just gonna go with it. Let's just go with it.
I thought it was somebody's ringtone was gonna be "Whose phone is ringing?" Fine. Yeah, we have little tricks like that. Let's say the five of you get called in for a focus group. You don't know each other. We'll bring you down the hall one at a time. And as you're in the hallway, you pass by me and to see if you recognize me. If you recognize me, as you pass by, the producer will turn around and I'll either give a thumbs up, which means you don't know me. You're not going to know Sal, who's waiting in the room for you. Or I'll give a thumbs down, which means you're a fan of the show. We thank you for being a fan of the show, and we take you aside and kick the shit out of you. So little things like that, you know.
The guy's name is Clark Duke, by the way. He got it.
Who is it? What's his name? Clark? Clark Duke. There you go. That's it. Hello.
Hey, I'm a big fan of both NSYNC and Impractical Jokers. Like, I grew up with NSYNC.
Thank you. It means a
Yeah,
lot.
my grandma introduced me to Impractical Jokers. Yeah. I mean, that's a blessing, you guys. It's hard to get, it was hard to get in the lab.
We're the number one show of grandmas everywhere. The best line I ever heard, who said it? I can't remember who said it.
It's because of age.
Yeah, it's because of age. Anyways, somebody said to me, I was like, oh, have you seen the new episodes of Jokers? And the guy said, no, I haven't seen it lately because I haven't been in prison or a hospital lately. We're the number one show of prisons and hospitals.
Okay, my question for Joey, I have two, one for Joey and one for Yuma. My question for Joey is, what's your favorite NSYNC song? Like, what was your favorite one that made?
I think it was one of the first songs we sang. The two songs we sang was an acapella of the Star Spangled Banner, but we also did a song called "I Thought She Knew," which was written by this woman which actually kind of gave us the NSYNC sound. It was Robin Wiley. She was vocal coach, and it was that song. Yeah, when the harmony was like, we all sang together like, we got something. Maybe we can make money and go on concerts and tours. Look what happened. So yeah, it's acapella stuff to me really is. I think that's kind of what my roots of how I wanted to sing was all acapella.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm really down, I'll listen to you guys. Just on.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And for you, I was wondering, as someone on the autism spectrum, are you autistic? I did that right.
Yes. My daughter's on the spectrum too. Yes, he is. I know. My daughter's on the spectrum. Yes.
It's a broad spectrum, okay?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Do I? Maybe? I once, when I was a kid, I used to have a very bad stuttering problem, and I could not say L's or R's or W's well. And I used to twitch. I still do. I'm very twitchy. Like under the table, I'm always whatever. And but it was not diagnosed when we grew up in the 80s.
No, it wasn't.
So probably yes. So yeah.
And just so you know, I had originally planned to move to New York because I'm bored of where I'm living now. And I was hoping to run into all of you guys, but I have a whole plan, planned out.
You do? Oh, great.
Yeah, I was planning on running into you guys.
Do me a favor, when you run into all of us, ask each of us if we're autistic. I hope the guy behind this question is, Mur, I'm gay, are you gay too? Keep going with assumptions. Mur, tell us about your sham marriage.
Yeah, how's your marriage with you?
Anyways, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir, how are you? Oh, look at his shirt, I love that. What? Oh, hell no, hold up. Oh, okay. That's just my joke, very good.
So I'm not really sure how to follow it up. But I promised I wouldn't embarrass my kids, so they're sitting right over there. Skylar Brandon. First of all,
I mean, you have to embarrass your kids now. I dare you to ask Mur, how big's your penis? Dad! Come on, you're embarrassing us!
So first of all, I want to thank you guys for showing up here. It means a lot to the Rocket City. Actually, my first question is for Mr. Patone. I'm wondering when we're going to get a Fat Ones here in Huntsville.
Hopefully at some point, I'd love to get one. We only have the one food truck in Orlando right now. We had one in a mall. I own a hot dog place called Fat Ones. I took my last name, Fatone, and just separated and we got Fat Ones hot dogs.
So we're a big food truck city, so bring it on.
I definitely would be. I appreciate that. Heck
And
yeah.
then, Murph, so I I've been a long-time fan, season 1. What I really I'd like to see, like, how the people, once they find out they're on the show, it's very rare that we see the interactions. I think that would add a little bit of flavor to the show. Maybe see some of the reactions. We've seen a few, but
We show the best ones, but that is by design. So when we create the show, we don't consider it a prank show, we consider it a camera show. But the joke, I would argue that you get the reactions, because it's our reactions that matter. We're the ones getting pranked. We're the ones whose reactions matter. You see us squirm and you see us try to do these things. But on occasion, when it's someone that's amazing, we'll break the fourth wall. Oh my God, I can't tell the story? Okay, I'll tell the story. So in Fatone's episode, there's this woman who's, the best way to describe her, she's quintessential New Yorker, right? She's like maybe 60 years old, but all New York through and through, kind of loud, a little bit of a thick accent, what have you. And we're playing receptionist, and we made Fatone play the Crunches basketball challenge for his turn, right? And I accused the receptionist, and this woman just, go back and forth with him. She's sharp as a whip. And sharp as a tack? What do you say? What is this expression? Not sharp as a whip. That makes no sense, sharp as a whip. Does it?
No, sharp as a tack.
Sharp as a tack? What is a whip?
Quick.
Quick as a whip, sharp as a tack?
Sure.
Sorry. Sharp as a tack.
Doesn't matter.
She's thick as a whip. What is it? Whatever. She's thick as a whip, right? And so, we have girls come in on our crew just ripping in the queue about how much they don't like him, right? And at the end, we said, Fatone, go in and ask him how his is, right? So Fatone comes in, does it, and then the woman recognizes Fatone. He leaves, and the woman, without skipping a beat, excuse my language, says, why did Joey Fatone ask you how your dick was?
And she was so serious, like, I'm really inquisitive, but why? Why would Joey Fatone ask you? Why? Is there something wrong? She was very concerned.
And then she goes, am I on some kind of big camera show right now? She goes, are there cameras about to come out? Cue without skipping. He goes, yes, you are. So on occasion, we show that.
That's so funny.
You gotta let it. Thanks for not embarrassing your children. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the show.
Thank you, buddy.
Big fan of Joey Fatone. I have 2 questions, one for each. Also, the fuller one. Joey Fatone.
Getting sass left and right. I don't know who you dressed as. No, I don't know.
You just listen to Dixie.
Who are you supposed to be? Pokemon? I don't know.
He won't know.
Oh, do you know who he is?
Yes.
Who?
Lord Farquaad, I'm kidding.
Lord Farquaad.
You don't even know who that is?
Yes, from Shrek.
Okay, good.
Of course.
I would have been disappointed if he didn't know that, honestly.
Yeah.
But Joey Fatone, what was by far one of your favorite projects to do in general, no matter if it was your musical career or even your professional career or even your business career?
There are way too many, honestly. From the birth of my kids to the fun things of doing Super Bowl with Aerosmith, to doing Robot Chicken with Seth, to dealing with stuff with the guys from Jokers. I mean, again, it's what's great about my job is if you ever see other artists or other celebrities or people I've seen, for instance, the guys have been said, no discredit to them. A lot of them are all still trying to do music or trying to be in there, except for Lance, he likes to frolic and do podcasts. But so far, the stuff that I've done, I'm not the greatest at, but I don't suck at it. And I love to do where it's like I've done television, I've done improv, I've done musicals, I've been on Broadway. So I got a chance, for me, I love all things entertainment, so I got a chance to do everything. That's the most amazing thing, to be able to sit back and go, I've done a lot of these things. And thank you, yes, and I didn't suck. But again, I think, in Super Bowl, stuff like that, working with Phil Collins and the Tarzan soundtrack, we did Trash in the Camp, which was on the album. Again, all these little random things that pop in my head that I've done. We danced. One of the last things actually that I really think about was interesting though is we did the Icon thing with Michael Jackson many years ago, but it was the last time I think the 5 of us and also the Jackson 5 performed. So all of us were on stage at one point in time. That was just kind of an interesting highlight to be able to perform with the Jackson 5. It was cool. Yeah, and I got thank you. I'm that singer, dancing star. It's always a bridesmaid, never a bride. I can go on forever, but I'm bitter. But it's okay. I'll stop.
That's a really good answer. I hope that you can make a equally as good
Please do.
For the show, was there any punishment that came to air that was really worth the investment of time or money in general? Any that include yours or any of the other jokers in general?
Was there any that was
Yeah, she did it and never made it.
that never made air?
No. That did make it to air.
Say the question again. Was there ever a punishment?
Any punishment that was already on air that you were able to put on air that was definitely worth the time, the investment, the jokers' mental stability to scratch.
So we were filming a challenge in New York City years ago, and we said, Sal, climb up onto this statue and grab the statue's nose. Right, he did. It was the Native American Museum in downtown Manhattan. For real, like 2 weeks later, a letter comes into the office for making a TV show from Homeland Security. They got reports and they had video of him doing that, not realizing it's part of the TV show. They sent us a real letter saying, what the hell were you doing? That is a federal offense. You cannot climb onto a federal monument. They explained the TV show. We saw the letter, we were like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Our staff wrote the response back, our lawyers reached out, they worked out with Homeland Security, we'd have to pay the fee, what have you. They let it go. We did not tell Sal. Now that we have the template for what the letter looks like, every few weeks we would send another letter and another letter and another letter to the TV show from Homeland Security, identifying Sal as the perpetrator of a crime. We kept this going for a full year. The letters kept going back and forth. Eventually it got so bad, the Homeland Security insisted on Sal reporting on a day off from work to a deposition, where he had to testify in a legal setting as to what the hell he was doing that day. So Sal goes into Manhattan on a day off from work, parks his car, costs $80 to park the car, right? Goes in, he has no idea, and we actually got a government office to film in. There's a giant courthouse in New York City of all government buildings, and they let us rent one for the day. He goes in, doesn't realize it was the most complicated hidden camera setup we ever had because he's on a hidden camera show. He'll recognize cameras in our tells, right? We had things like there was the woman interrogating him had a bottle, a Poland Spring bottle of water on her table. The water was above the label was real, the water below the label was real, but built into the logo of Poland Spring, we had a microscopic camera built in. So if she unscrewed the cap, she could drink from the water bottle, it looks real, but it's a camera recording Sal right in front of his own face, right? And he thought, and then the TV show got shut down, he thought he was going to jail for Homeland Security. And it was the best moment of my life. It was a year-long con. It was great.
You could see how serious his fate, like that was in there.
And we had another one planned we never got to do because Joe had to leave the show for personal reasons. But the punishment we had planned for 2 years against Joe was Joe is an amazing gambler. He gambles all the time, right? And he'll go to Atlantic City and he'll lose 10 grand or he'll win 10 grand. And he plays everything, but his favorite game is craps, right? And he's very, very good at it. So one of these weekends where he was going to Atlantic City, we were going to even be there. Unbeknownst to him, the casino was going to put him at a certain table. He would go on, he started playing craps, and he would go on the winningest streak of his life, not realizing that we've rigged the dice to always win. And he would go on 80, 90, $100,000 after this unbelievable victory run of like 2 hours of gambling. He'd win so much money, and at the end of it, we'd come out and reveal that none of it was real. It's a great show.
Yeah.
Anyways, there you go. Good question, Lord. Lord Farquhar, your costume's great.
Hi, I just have a question for her. It's probably not as spicy as the other ones. But...
Spicy? Were any of the questions spicy tonight?
It was just how you got into writing books.
Oh wow, good question. So,
do you have enough time? Because he's going to start talking.
Do you guys know I write books? What the hell, man? I've got 7 books out, 2 more coming. I'm writing thrillers, but I have 2 kids' books out now too. So I used to live in Brooklyn, in Bay Ridge, and I used to commute home late at night. On the subways back then in the early 2000s, we'd often lose connection with the third rail, and you'd be suddenly alone in a subway car in pitch blackness with no air conditioner running. It's terrifying. So one day I come home from work, and it was so good that happened to me. And it was such a scary moment that I wrote a short story based on that experience of like a creature hunting someone in the subway tunnels, right, on this dark part. And I sent the chapter out to my buddy, and he called me like 15 minutes later. He read the chapter, he read the short story, and he goes, "Oh my God, this is a book. You should. What happens before and after this?" So I was like, he goes, "You should write a book." I was like, "You know what, I should." So I spent a year writing on a dare, a thriller. It was my first book, Awakened. And it was really good. It's written like a TV show, 24 cliffhanger endings, immensely readable, right? And at the end of the year, I thought I could just naively send the book out and it would get published. It got returned to me by every publisher in New York City. They wouldn't even open the book to read it because I was nobody. I didn't have an agent or manager. I didn't know somebody in the business. And so that first book sat on my computer for 15 years. The only people that read it were my mom and Q. That's it. Right? And 15 years later, Dr. Jokers, you guys, I said, you know, I should do something with that book. I sent the same book in to Harvard College. They immediately bought the trilogy. Same book, not a word change. Immediately bought the trilogy, and that first book hit #1 on the international bestseller list. So all those publishers years ago, they can go suck it. We have to wrap up now, right?
Yes, thank you so much for coming to the panel, and thank you everyone for showing your
Yeah,
support.
can I mention one thing real quick, guys? I love you dearly. Like, it's one of the best, coolest things that ever happened to us. I can call you a friend. You were always there for us, my friend. Love you.
Same.
And I can't wait to get you on another episode of the show, The Cruise.
Thank you.
And guys, we didn't get on TV until we were 35 years old. And a month before we sold the Cracker Jokers, somebody said that we were too old for TV. Someone else said we were not ready for TV. Here we are 13 years later, 10 seasons in, still going strong. And I want you to hear from us directly that we know it's entirely because of you guys. We've grown up with you on television. We feel like you're not our fans, you are our friends, you're family, and we love you dearly. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.